Is now a good time to buy property? So many people are saying it's not. We've got inflation, increase in prices, massive squeezing on the economy. We've got the war going on. We're just recovering from COVID. What is going on and why should I risk my hard-earned money on property? Well, in this episode, I'm going to debunk all that and show you why you should and why property is the best investment you're going to make. Welcome to Property Investing with Abby. On today's episode, we're going to talk about buy-to-lets, boring buy-to-lets. So many people get into the world of property. They get a few buy-to-let properties, then they think it's boring and they're off to other things. But I think buy-to-lets are awesome and they are the foundation to my whole portfolio. And I will continue buying them, whether in a recession, whatever happens, because buy-to-lets are the thing that are going to always increase in value and always give a great return. Today I want to talk to you about a property that I have just purchased called 19 Hatfield Lane. So I purchased this probably a few weeks ago, offered on it in December. So this one's a great one because I tried to view this one, got through to the agent and I got the normal,
"Oh, we've had too many viewing requests for this property, so you can't view it, and there's probably going to be lots of offers."
So I was like, fine, put my name and details on there, and if it comes up again, I'm a cash buyer, no chain, I'll go and buy it. That must have been in September. In end of November, I got a call from the agent. "Oh, are you still interested? Are you cash? Are you able to move quick?" Yeah. He said, "Would you want to book a viewing?" I said, yeah. So before it had gone on the market, I went, viewed it and agreed the offer there and then. The poor vendors were in a state because the people that offered previously, who put in the highest offer, couldn't get the mortgage valuation to stack up. So they'd wasted time and money and their brand new house was getting built, so they needed to get moving quick to their brand new house. So I was able to come in. We didn't actually end up buying it for cash. So we decided to put a mortgage on it in the end because it wasn't a typical buy, refurb, refinance. So when you're buying with cash, you typically want to buy cash, make it worth a lot more money by refurbing it, and then put a mortgage on it and pull out your cash. But this property needed no work. So we agreed to let the vendor to let us buy it with a mortgage, and we put some money in it. And yeah, so a couple of weeks ago we picked up the keys. We're just having viewings on it right now to get the tenant in. So a few things I want to talk you through. So this wasn't cash, this was a mortgage, which means we put a deposit in. And the deposit we've put in is £46,000. Now that's quite a lot of money you might be thinking putting into a property. But actually, when you build up a portfolio and it's feeding you, giving you money each month, sometimes you want to put some of the profits back in to buy more. So a few things that have happened in my portfolio this last year. One, it's gone up. Average across the UK has gone up by 14%. So I've been able to do some creative finance and pull some money out from the property prices going up. Secondly, my buy-to-lets have functioned very, very well. My holiday lets have been doing very well. So I've made quite a bit of money. So I want to put it back in. And I wanted to do a nice, easy, simple, straightforward buy-to-let. It's got a gorgeous, long, big living room. You go in, a nice kitchen with a nice little skylight. It's got 2 gardens, and the vendors told me one was an adult garden and one was a kiddie garden. Nice big garage and 3 bedrooms. It also comes with planning permission, fully plastered to make into a 4-bed, but we're not going to do that yet. We're going to sit on that. We might do that later on, because if the planning lapsed, it's fine. It's easy to go back and get it. So this little beauty is going to rent out for £1,050 per month. So let me show you the scores on the doors and then we'll talk a little bit more about why I'm just dumping money in property. So this property was on the market for £185,000 and that's what we bought it for. The deposit we needed was £46,250. We then needed tax and legal, so this is your stamp duty and solicitor fees, which you always need when you're buying a house. One guy asked me the other day actually, "Abby, is there a way that you don't have to pay stamp duty?" I was like, not really. But I see it as a cost of doing business. So a cost of acquiring property, it just is stamp duty. Now, if you're doing commercial property, the stamp duty is significantly less. Or if you buy something under 40,000, you're not looking at much stamp duty there. So there's ways to minimise it, but it's just a cost you have to calculate with your numbers. So that's £7,750. And then maintenance, I put £2,000 in here because the EPC, which is the Energy Performance Certificate for this property, was a D. To future-proof my portfolio, I need to make it into a C, because in a couple of years' time, the legislation for landlords and people wanting to let out property is your energy performance has got to be a C. So we did the work now. So as soon as we got the keys, we put some loft insulation in and a little bit of extras to make it into a C. Had a new EPC done and it's now a C. We also had our gas safety done, ECIR done, and so we did all the compliances to make it lettable really. So the total amount of money, and I'll show you in a minute, is £56,000 in total to buy that £185,000 house. The mortgage each month for this is £347.13. It's an interest only buy-to-let mortgage. The reason it's interest only is at this point in time with my portfolio, I'm not concerned about paying the mortgages off. Property prices increasing very, very fast. Lots of big investment companies, Rightmove, the big bodies in property are saying property prices are continuing to rise. So I'm not concerned about paying the mortgage off, because in 10 years' time, this house, I mean, it's got a £137,000 mortgage on it. It's worth 185 now. You're probably looking at that, you know, at 350 touching 400. On average, property prices double every 10 years, so I'm not concerned about that. But I want to make as much profit as I can, because the profit comes out and goes into building my portfolio. So £347.13. I keep 210 back for maintenance, voids, but I never have any because the rental market is massive, and letting agent fees. So my total cost to run it per month is £557.13, which means my profit each month is £492.87. £492.87. And that's from a £56,000 investment. You might think, ooh, that's not a lot. But annually that's £5,914, plus I get capital growth. Property prices went up 14% last year. This year they're predicting 12%. So if I say, well, my property is going to go up in value by about 12%, I'm going to add 22,000 in capital growth to that profit. Now it won't be cash in my bank, but it'll be sat in my property for when I want to leverage or refinance. So for a £56,000 investment, this is a pretty good deal. And it's easy and straightforward. I literally put the mortgage on, picked up the keys, did a little bit of work with the EPC, tenant's going to go in and it will start cash flowing. And there's not too many of those that you need before you're making a 20, 30, 40 grand salary, is there, each year. So they're awesome. Now, the really big thing I like about this is look at all the keys. So being a property investor, you get loads and loads of keys. And I love looking at different types of keys. Buy-to-lets aren't boring. They're something you should be looking at and you should be buying now. There is never a bad time to buy houses. So many people are afraid that property prices are going to crash, they're going to get a bad tenant, and they're going to lose their money. The challenge is, what so many people don't understand is with inflation, they're losing money with just having it sat in the bank. So if you've got about 50 grand sat in the bank, you can do exactly what I've done with this one. Shove it into a property, put a tenant in there, start making money and see your investment increase and you profit every single month. Honestly, buy-to-lets are awesome. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope it's given you food for thought. So 46% of you that view our videos aren't subscribed to the channel. So if that's you, hit that bell and get subscribed to the channel because you don't want to miss out. And we're going for our 50,000 subscribers, which is so, so exciting. Drop a comment, let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what you're doing, if you're still buying buy-to-lets or if you haven't bought one yet, or if you're buying your first one. I'd love to hear from you and I'll be replying to you in the future. And look out for my next video.